Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Maverick Baking and welcome to Veganuary Week 2. Yes, this whole Vegan for January challenge 2021 is still growing strong, even though we're stuck in a house. This week I want to give you some more chill vlog content as well as some kind of ongoing inspiration for plant-based meals, whether you are fully plant-based or just kind of trying to drop meat a little bit this month or this year as a whole. I'm also going to be providing you guys with not one, but two brand new plant-based recipes for some gorgeous vegan brownies and finally that vegan vanilla cake in the form of vegan cupcakes. There's been a lot of good eating this week to share with you guys, so let's go. So Muchacho are a local kind of Mexican delivery place and we've ordered one of their Veganuary special quesadillas and I'm so ready for it. So here we have the Veganuary special quesadilla. We have a nice crispy tortilla, some vegan cheese, roasted sweet potato, black beans and buffalo cauliflower. I'm so ready for this. Good morning, lovely people. It is Monday. But we're starting off the day well because I had a productive Sunday evening making and kind of tinkering around with a recipe for some double dark chocolate vegan brownies. The recipe for which will obviously be in the description and also you can find it on my blog maverickbaking.com. I really hope you guys love this one because I can't stop eating it. So that is going to be breakfast today along with a bit of a banana. And maybe not the whole plate. Probably just one, more likely two, but this is what the brownies look like. They have that sort of gorgeous, distinct, shiny, crackly top, big chunks of vegan dark chocolate from Cocoa Runners. They're just pretty good looking, to be honest. Nice and fudgy, nothing kind of horrifically cakey, dry, crumbly, or super stodgy. Just a good classic brownie texture that you wouldn't know is vegan, which is exactly what we wanted. So that is going to be breakfast today. This week has started off pretty well. Yesterday didn't eat a whole lot just because again it was one of those weird lazy days where you wake up late and you don't really know what you're eating or when you're eating it. But that quesadilla from Muchacho was fantastic. Would recommend if you are in and around the Aberdeen area. But enough chat, I'm gonna go and have my brownie and I will see you soon. Good afternoon, my loves. It is a work day, but the sun is out, so I'm actually in a good mood for a change. Today's breakfast, as I'm sure you can imagine, was another brownie because these things are seriously good. And the recipe, again, will be in the description and at maverickbaking.com. Lunch today is going to be a kind of combination of last night's leftovers for Francesco, and for myself, I think it's going to be some kind of little falafel hummus salad sandwich thing. So we had these falafels from Cauldron some point last week. You can have them kind of cold or hot and they're pretty good actually. There's something that doesn't taste obviously super healthy or super plant-based, if you know what I mean, and just have some red pepper hummus that I think might make a nice little sandwich out of this. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. My favourite shades of beige. I also threw some hot sauce and a little bit of vegan mayonnaise in there, but you know what? I've seen worse sandwiches. Today's breakfast for Francesco is porridge with Biscoff and raspberry. And mine is with peanut butter and raspberry. The oats are cooked in some Oatly oat milk, and there are a few seeds and stuff in there, and the raspberries were just some frozen raspberries that are warmed in another little pan on the hob. Proper winter breakfast. Good afternoon, my loves. It's a Friday today, but I'm feeling just a little bit down, a little bit grumpy. Starting to wonder if I picked the wrong month to go vegan.
It's like I picked the wrong week to quit smoking. It's like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking. It's like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
I'm only kidding. I'm sure many of us are going through various stages of the blues with whichever kind of lockdown or quarantine restrictions you're facing wherever you are in the world. Do comment, let me know where you're watching this from and how the kind of global situation is with you. And I hope you're staying as sane as you can at the moment. Really enjoyed breakfast today, actually. It's the first time we've had porridge in a long time, and it's exceptionally comforting. To continue the comfort food theme, I'm just having some of the butternut squash lentil soup left over from yesterday for lunch today, which is, you know, nothing fancy, but it's affordable, it's healthy, and it makes me feel good, which I feel like I need today. Tonight and for most of tomorrow I'll be by myself because Francesco is hosting his pasta classes and his Mediterranean cooking classes, of which he actually has some new ones. If you are anywhere and you would like to get involved and book yourself into these virtual online Zoom classes with an actual Italian chef, I will link below in the description and on screen just now. You should. He's wonderful and they're a lot of fun. I'm not sure if being alone means that I'll have to come up with some little kind of single portion meals or if I'll just have to have lots of secret takeaways. We'll find out when we get there. Soup, corn cakes because we've run out of bread. Today's really depressing. And some of this Violife Epic Mature Cheddar, which we've already eaten half of. I can't remember if this is the exact same kind that I had last Veganuary, but this one tastes significantly better than previous Violife I've tasted, which usually just tastes weirdly like bread. So yeah, things could be worse. So today is vegan vanilla cake test number 4. But I think we might have actually made some progress. I decided to make them into cupcakes this time to kind of get a smaller scale version of them. And it's a slightly smaller recipe, so it feels a bit less wasteful. And you know what? I'm quietly quite happy with them. But let me kind of frost them up and decorate them properly. Then let's talk. But before I show you that, here's today's very unglamorous leftovers lunch with a leftover spicy bean burger from the other day and leftover tomato couscous from last night. It looks horrific, but it's going to be vaguely nutritious, it's vegan, and it needs to be eaten. So here we are. Finally, this cake is fluffy enough for me to be happy with it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the recipe for this vegan vanilla cupcake set right now because it only seems fair. They're here, you know, they're ready for you. But I think I might still have to tweak a bit more to check that this can make like a full-size cake. But you know what? I have cake to eat. They've turned out nicely for a change. I am happy. Recipe will be available in the description box below and will also be published very, very soon on maverickbaking.com as well. She's so fluffy! So I think the best 2 pieces of advice I could give when baking a kind of vanilla vegan cake, just from this month's experiments so far. Typically with a chocolate cake, you wouldn't mind it being kind of too dense or too fudgy or kind of heavy, even claggy. It can be quite enjoyable. It can be like eating fudge or eating a brownie. But when it comes to a vanilla cake, getting that kind of fluffiness, I think comes down to 2 things. The amount of immediate rise you can get in there. So aquafaba didn't really work for me. It's like a good vegan sort of fluffy egg substitute. It's used from the kind of juice you get from a can of chickpeas. But the best thing I found to use is just a bit more baking powder and bicarbonate of soda than you would think you would need, along with vinegar to kind of help boost the soda. Also, baking them in the same kind of way that you would with muffins, in the sense that you put them in at a really high temperature for a short period of time and drop it down just to kind of set that structure in place. It just helps kind of explode the rise, and then the kind of lower temperature for the rest of it just kind of holds everything in place. I'm super happy with these. Finally. We've cheated a little bit.
No, I didn't yet. I did cheat, yeah.
So Francesco was hosting some of his cooking classes today, and this is a proper traditional aubergine parmigiana. Now, I think even though it contains cheese,
No, it doesn't.
it would be a sin not to eat it. So it feels like the more vegan thing to do is to not put it to waste. Am I right?
That's right.
And
in fact, there's only parmesan and mozzarella.
plus
The rest is aubergine, tomato sauce, basil, a bit of flour and aubergine.
Plus, we can't even go and visit people to drop it off anywhere just now because of lockdown. So you know what?
Fuck it.
Veganuary can just turn a nice little polite blind eye to this dinner tonight. You didn't see this. So that is it for week 2 of Veganuary 2021. This week, as you saw, involved a lot of chocolate, which was much needed because I had a fairly grumpy and down spell in the middle of the week. But as for the diet, it's really not feeling too tough. I'm not missing meat. We did cheat a little bit with some cheese right at the end, but I'm not missing anything too much. And physically, I feel just about the same as I did when I was on kind of my regular diet. The bloating and digestive issues have kind of gone away this week, probably because it's mostly been junk food, but also because I think my body's getting used to having more kind of beans and vegetables and fibre than it did the previous month in December. So everything's going well, no catastrophic results. I'm probably saving a bit of money on food, and I'm getting to experiment with baking with you guys, which is great fun. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to bring you week 3. See you then.